Yeah, let's...
Running away?
You two can wait outside for a moment. I just need to go in and grab something. Oh, yeah, that's not really what I mean. It's not the meth. It's just that the workshop is cluttered with way too much stuff. Books, files, and even ancient texts I got from the Masters of the Nightwind. Everything's piled up to the ceiling. You probably won't know where to step once you're inside. Kachina suffered quite an unfortunate series of events the last time. After entering the workshop, she was shocked to find herself face to face with a massive woven scroll from the Masters of the Nightwind, and then she tried to step out of the way but tripped on a poster tube that was behind her, and then boom! The forging blueprints came.
Oh no!
She's lucky I noticed in time. I found Kachina in a daze and managed to save her before an entire set of the history of the Children of Echoes was about to bury her. I then dragged her up to the second floor. Ever since then, Kachina always waits outside the door and doesn't dare take a step in whenever she...
Yeah, you're an artisan and craftswoman after, but it seems more like a library.
Well, my primary work is forging ancient names, which is much tricky. You probably already know that each ancient name represents... In other words, the essence of an ancient name is the physical manifestation of a... And as a name engraver, when I'm working on a new, but more importantly, I'm also trying to understand this. And to do that, I have to collect as many related stories as possible. But, as you might know, people tend to add a lot of extraneous details when it comes to stories about... For stories that have been clearly exaggerated or altered, I must gather other related stories and information is cropped. This way, I can filter out all the absurd and exaggerated details and restore the person's life to its true nature. Only in true stories can you find the authentic spirit. And this is the only way for the spirit to become an ancient name.
We've heard about the concept behind ancient names before, but after hearing you explain the
Well, no matter how powerful ancient names could be, they would never be able to suddenly turn into a blade. It's just a form of spiritual power that's passed down from, take from the moment you appeared in this world. Some person had art, and that person then condensed this blessing into your name and gave it. It may feel like the moment you received your name is already in the past, but it will always stay with you. Names are blessings for the future from people standing in the past. With this blessing, people will become more confident as they walk into the...
Oh, Paimon gets that. If you're alone when you're walking in the dark, it's... But if someone else is walking with you, then it won't be nearly as scary. And, well, you might still get tired, but it'll still be a whole lot better. The Traveler always has Paimon by her side, though, so she'll never have to worry about that. Oh, Paimon sure many wish they could be in your shoes, Traveler. Of course it gets tiring. But we're getting off topic. We can talk about that later.
Anyway, this is what Tlasoli told me when I was training as a name engraver. And to be honest, I've only understood 20% of what she said at most.
But doesn't that mean you basically don't get it?
Well, that's not entirely true. Auntie and I have at least come to a consensus on the most important thing. You know what? I am sick of talking. We can talk about all of this later. Please, wait a moment.
Did you hear a whole set?
It's fine, it's fine. It was just a bunch of very old ancient I kept this set of phlogiston wedges in the back, so it was. Come on, let's go disassemble the central inscription. Here we are. This is the place.
This cliff is pretty high. What are we going to do here? Are we going to climb to the very top and then throw this inscription down the cliff?
I'm going to use phlogiston to make an engraving circle on the cliff wall. That will allow me to investigate the Now let me see if this thing can even turn on. I was still an apprentice before we attempt to engrave the inside pattern of an ancient name with phlogiston. Only after we've confirmed that phlogiston can flow properly through the internal engravings can we. If we want to dismantle the central inscription in a non-destructive manner, we'll have to use this thing.
Oh, so you'll be able to see what it looks like on the...
For the most part. If it were just an ordinary unfinished ancient name piece, but since it's a central inscription... Yep.
So, Shilonen, does this central inscription fall under the 20% you understand about ancient names? Or the other 80% you don't understand?
Oh, don't worry. As I said, Auntie and I share an understanding of the most important, which is names are intrinsic. Only by having names can things be sorted and categorized. For example, when I order ore, I would usually say I need volcanic crystals of about 35% purity and no more than 3% of Without specific names, I would only be able to go to the ore merchant and say, I want this and this. No, this isn't it. That one. No, not that one either. Yeah, you see what I mean? Names are a crucial part of how we standardize our workflow. Without names, the work? Yes, because forging ancient names is first and foremost. As for the question of why it's important, as long as it does not affect your ability to perform your work, after all, creating an ancient name is... Well, let me break it down even further. We're not in the tribe right now anyway. Essentially, by forging ancient names, giving someone a name is a subjective expression. You just need, but giving someone a nickname is a much more objective expression. If ancient names or nicknames aren't just, so the best I can do is gather all the information I could and try to come up with the most fitting nick. Even a minor mistake in the process could cause people to misunderstand the nickname. For a name engraver such as myself, such mistakes would be considered a major blunder.
Paimon isn't trying to come up with a nickname for Shilonen. Besides, all of Paimon's nicknames have been very descriptive.
Now I'm curious. Of course, this is also my line of work.
A nickname? Shilonen. Well, she uses phlogiston to forge weapons and make names for others. Smith?
Yeah, not bad, and quite fitting too. I'll remember it. But, you should keep observing my work, Paimon. Right, okay. Time to make like a smith and start smithing. Adjust the inclination by 2 degrees. The error margin is within an acceptable amount, but I'll extend the inscription link a little more just to be safe. I'll leave some space here when the linked engravings are activated, the inscriptions here will overlap with each other. And there! That should complete the flow.
Amazing, Shilonen! You were running all over that cliff as if it was flat ground!
Oh no, it doesn't have anything to do with my tribe, it's just the, phlogiston. But after all that running around, I'll have to infuse them with more phlogiston again. Huh. I should prepare a spare supply of phlogiston to bring more or less, yeah. I can show them to you when we next find the time, but let me see. Start with anchor.
Whoa! A super huge diagram just... Tlosoli's central inscription is even... So are you done checking the inscription, Shilonen?
I didn't find any anomalies in the phlogiston engraving. All the adjustments are indeed...
That means we can help Tlosoli.
well, probably, but I have good news.
Paimon will cover her ears after the good news.
Well, even if you cover your ears, the issue... What are your thoughts on absorbing memories? I knew you felt the same way, and that'll save me some initial explanation. It's hard to control the absorption of memories. By herself, Auntie can't handle that level and scope of work, but...
Accomplices? You mean...
Well, here's the good news. Yes, this blaze gem inscription would be the perfect tool to commit crimes. From a purely objective standpoint, the bad news is, there's still... I believe I've mentioned this before. Ancient names, in this process, the YUB actually function like relays. If you remove the YUB from the process and don't use any tool trying to scoop up a specific grain of sand from a rushing river. Yeah, exactly. Anyone who attempts to do so will likely lose most of their cognitive... Now, let's consider the memories that Auntie has gathered. There's no way Auntie would let Nechka plunge, and considering that Nechka has forgotten all of her, only Aunt Tlasoli can help her filter. So, if my hypothesis is correct, Auntie is actually planning on turning herself into in an ideal world. This would be perfectly fine. And I also believe that there won't be, but Auntie is not a YUB. Her body won't be able to handle the load for long.
But how can we solve this problem?
Names are blessings for the future from people. I've also made up my mind.
The wind rises. Okay.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Ah, Shilonen. It looks like you've made your decision. Am I...
Yes, here's some research that I've done. You can reference it to modify. I'll also help you continue working on the Blaze Gem inscriptions. But I must have complete the memories that can be absorbed by the inscription. If you attempt to extract any memories beyond this scope, then I'll consider that as commit after the memory bank is constructed. The Blaze Gem inscription...
I accept. Thank you, Shilonen.
Auntie, you know I can't stand it.
Using technology for ancient names to
Yes, it's a major departure from the technology's intended use. But once this is all over, you must come with me to see Pakal and discuss...
That's fine.
All right, let's clear off the table and come up with a plan. I need some time to consider how to let Nechka control the Blaze Gem.
How could I just hand her a birthday present? I've picked out a box and packaged it up.
No, it's just an...
Oh, is Nechka up again? But, uh-oh, what if something fell?
Nechka, don't hurt your...
Shilonen is... You're Nechka?
How many times have I told you? Don't get out of bed on your own.
Hello, Nechka.
Thank you for the book. I've already read it several times. You've already read it? But didn't Tlasoli...
No, she's all mixed up. A few days ago, she told me she wanted a book. I eventually found one and bought it for her. I put it in her room. Soon after, she suddenly developed a...
Auntie, do you know...
Which version? The shopkeeper said it was the one with... Oh, it's all my fault.
Oh, it's all right. It's just...
Oh, right, Nechka. You're Paimon and Miss Traveler. Oh! Seems like everyone knows who we are now.
Nechka seems to be doing pretty well today. Since...
Take her for a walk. But considering her
Oh, don't worry, Auntie. She'll be safe with the Traveler and me. We won't leave the tribe, and if anything... Besides, it's her birthday in a few... What do you think, Auntie?
I promise I'll be good, Mom. Didn't you say before that I need...
All right. As you wish. I also happen to have a few repaired blaze gem inscriptions. Wait for a moment. I'll go get Nechka's water bottle and...
Talk about being prepared.
It doesn't hurt to be prepared. Okay, let's go.
Oh, you can let me carry these. And don't be a stranger, Nechka. Feel free to tell us anything.
Yeah! It's not often you get to go out to play, so... Okay, thanks everyone. And please don't worry, Mom. I'll be good.
Let's go look for Igno. I've had her blaze gem inscription for a while now, and I'll finally return it to her today.
Are you running away?
Tlasoli, what brings you to the tribe today? Oh, she seems to be doing much better now.
I hope so. Here, Igno.
Oh, thank you for bringing it back for me. I remember that Nechka would become so happy.
I'm sure she'd love that.
My pleasure. Give me...
Oh, I can make the jewelry for her. What kind would you like, Nechka?
I would like...
Something shaped like an embercore flower would be nice. She was always asking me before to make her an ancient name with an
Noted. I'll make that as a gift. Sorry, Nechka. It won't be a surprise for you.
That's okay. Thank you, Shilonen.
Found it! Sorry to keep you waiting. Here, please take it. By the way, Nechka, feel free to write to me if you ever want to know more about Well, I was shocked last time when you wrote me out of the...
Sorry about that. She can hardly contain her curiosity now that she started to recover. She's still too weak to go out whenever she wants, so she begs me every day to...
That's how you know she's one of the children of Echa.
Everything's looking up! Oh, we're just like the main character in the new version of To Kill the Brave. According to the story, we should be right around... To kill prayed to the goddess of mountains and fire. Let my brother's name ever live on. I am willing to sacrifice my heart and blood in return. The goddess replied, I've heard your prayer. Then To Kill said, turn my blood to fire so my heart may illuminate the depths. Oh, you remembered that whole line, Nechka? Paimon finished both books in one sitting. A lot of their content is... But the ending in the older version is more interesting. Even if it's hard for kids... Oh, wait. Nechka hasn't read That's not true. Actually, I already know You already know the other end?
Hey, what are you all chatting about so happily?
Huh? Mom. Miss Traveler and we were just talking about how the bad guy was defeated and everyone returned home safely.
Aren't happy endings always nice? But if you already read the whole... Guess you'll have to go to bed early tonight. But I'll buy you some more fairy tales next time, okay?
Okay, Mom.
It's pretty good quality. But, you know, for now, let's focus.
Next, let's visit a Paishpalon. Stay close, Nechka. Don't go.
Yes, Mom.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Why do my eyebrows keep twitching to...
That means you're about to hit the jackpot, Paishpalon.
I didn't expect to have two... What are you looking to buy, Tlasoli?
Whoa! Offering a discount to...
She was once our name engraver.
Thank you for your generosity. Come on, Nechka. Say
Thank you, sir.
Oh, so this is Nechka. It looks like you're doing much better now. How...
No, that's all right.
Oh, well, that was for your family.
Oh, no need to stand on ceremony, Auntie. His drills and small clamps are good quality. The measurements of each part are exact, and they're all... I always come here to buy things if I find myself in... Oh, do you have any child-friendly safety scissors?
I have a few in stock, but I put the...
Oh, no need to bring them all the way here. Why don't we just go and...
I don't know much about that kind of scissors.
Well, there are too many different designs and varieties. Come on, Auntie.
And there goes Shilonen dragging Tlasoli off to buy more stuff.
I won't run off. Paimon, who's your favorite character in To Kill the Brave?
Paimon's favorite? To kill, of course. He went through a lot to rescue his family. In the old version of the story, he was never able to reunite with his family, but he was still really strong and fought as best as he could. What about you, Nechka? Which character do you like?
I like...
Oh, the one who was possessed by Quatlique, but never forgot his brother Tequil. He was also if it wasn't for his determination, both he and his brother would have been defeated by Quatlique. Of course! A story's only interesting if you can... Hey, Nechka, why don't we play pretend? You can be Rima, and Paimon will be Tequil.
Miss Traveler?
But isn't she the villain? In the old version, she even ate Reebok and took on his appearance. Ah, right. She read the version with the... Well, it doesn't matter. Only the lines at the end were different.
My favorite line is the one...
Come here, Nechka. Look at you.
Mom!
Let me wipe your forehead. Now, drink some water.
We've picked something out for Nechka. A Paishpalon will deliver it to Auntie's house once he's packed.
Oh, we were just about to get to the exciting part. Really? Oh, now that Paimon thinks about it, Shilonen has dragged...
Let's talk later. Just trust me. And oh, we should head to our last stop, Auntie. It's
Right. Let's go see Chevin and head back home. I finished repairing your blaze gem inscription, Chevin. I've also reinforced it so it shouldn't fall apart so
Thank you. How about the volcanic crystal? Was it usable?
Yes, thanks for that.
You're welcome. I just want to see...
Thank you, Miss Chev.
It's fine.
I was wondering where you got the ore for such a large-scale blaze gem inscription. So you must be one of Auntie's accomplices, then.
Oh, Shilonen.
We already know what's going on.
You had me worried there. To be honest, I won't be able to cover it up for much longer. I've been traveling away from home every few days. The last time Pakal came and asked me about it, I could only say that I'd been using up a lot. As for why I had been leaving so often, I said that I had found a new ore vein and what...
Sure.
Miss Chevin, can I go see some of the jewelry over there?
You mean Amisha's work? Sure, go ahead. Remember...
Paimon wants to go too! We'll go together. Paimon hasn't looked at Natlan's jewelry very close. Really? Then Paimon's gonna take a...
You haven't bought any jewelry for a while, Auntie. Why don't you pick one out?
Come on, Nechka! We don't know anything about Natlan's jewelry, so you can...
Miss Traveler,
Come here, Nechka.
Huh?
Sorry, Chevin and Shilonen, but it's already getting late. We should be heading back now. It'll be Nechka's birthday in a few days, and...
No problem. I'll be sure to bring her some beautiful jewelry to celebrate.
Mom,
You're getting hot again. Here. You forget to take care of yourself once you stop playing.
I didn't.
Nechka, I never taught you to lie.
Sorry, Mom. Nechka's looking at us. Paimon feels like something's not right.
No, Nechka was having so much fun. Let me help carry her home. I'm worried you would also...
No, it's fine. I'll carry her. Let's go, Nechka. It's time to go home. Thank you, everyone, for spending so much time. Please be sure to come to Nechka's birthday party. All right. It's near...
Oh, Auntie, remember to give her the book that...
I understand. It's very special to receive a book from you.
Yeah.
Oh, put it?
Well, I've read the story to her many times already.
No, that won't be a problem, Auntie. Nechka's probably never heard this version of To Kill the Brave.
Oh. What's...
The majority is about the same, but the ending is different. The one I gave her is the unedited version that was originally published. It was released long before Nechka fell ill.
Oh, but I remember you were never very interested in fairy tales.
Huh. Well, I was just thinking that if what you said about Nechka's illness is... So, the ending to the original version of To Kill the Brave is... In other words, if she hasn't recently read the old version of the story, then she shouldn't possibly know...
I don't understand. Why are you so concerned about the ending? Maybe she snuck out somewhere when I wasn't watching and read the first edition of the story.
Yeah, okay, that is a possibility. In which case, yeah, let's go ask around the tribe. There are only a few shops in the tribe that sell books, or we can...
The booksellers all have inscriptions, so...
So, you admit that the inscriptions can have... I was very clear that I would consider that a crime and would stop all work on it.
There must be a few more books at home.
I do not wish to see your blood be reduced to ash, but I have seen the light of your...
I beg your pardon?
Nechka, where did you read that book?
Go home, Nechka. Are you disobeying?
You're the one who wrote me the letter, Nechka. You're the one who wanted the book. Only you can speak for yourself. We're listening, Nechka. Right here, right now.
Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me.
Silence.
That's the line from the olden... I know everything. Shilonен, help me, please. Something's blocking the door.
Get back!
Shilonen, wait for him.
The tunnel is blocked.
Whoa.
It seems Auntie put all the extra inscriptions she made here. If she's trying to finish that ancient name,